Hi guys, it's Majesty Bianca here with the Financial Drive-Thru, and it is good to be back. In this video, we are going to be talking about the MatchX project. This is my newest crypto miner, and it's an IoT miner just like Helium actually, but yeah. We'll be talking about profitability, all the issues, and long-term perspective. But quick spoiler, I am pretty excited about this project, and I do see many things in store. This bad boy here actually mines MXC, DHX, it will soon be mining Bitcoin, and they also have plans to mine Polkadot sometime in the future as well. So I'm definitely excited about this long term. And yeah, we'll talk about the pricing, but remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm only ever talking about things that I'm doing and things that I'm involved in and simply giving my opinion. You're free to do whatever it is you want to do with your money. And you guys already know the spiel. If you find any value in this video, all I ask is that you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and be sure to hit that little bell notification so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. And so that said, let's drive through. All hail the king. Those are the words that greet you as soon as you get to the MatchX website. So let's talk about that. Is MatchX really the king of IoT miners? Now let's just get this out of the way. The MatchX M2 Pro miners are expensive. They are easily the most expensive miners out there as far as IoT low-cost energy mining is concerned. And basically, they say it's the easiest mining rig to set up ever. I definitely agree. It was fully plug and play. I just got mine, put the parts together, connected it to my Ethernet cable, and boom, I was mining right away. So basically what they say you require is just the phone app, the MXC Data Dash app. I'm going to be popping that up on screen so you can take a look. And no hassle with wires, no coding, no monitor, no keyboard necessary, nothing like that. So you just earn, mine, and keep repeating that. Now it is going for 2,499 euros, and that's about $3,000. And for me, who's in Canada, I ended up spending almost $4,000, so it came up to about $3,800 Canadian. And yeah, shipping times definitely faster than Helium. I got this bad boy after about 2 months, and they did send me some swag. So they sent me an MXC shirt, they sent a Magic 8 ball. I don't know what I'm gonna use this for ever, but it's here. They also sent face masks because yeah, masks are back in Canada. So that's kind of what we're doing. Even if you're vaxxed, it is what it is. As far as utility goes, there are a lot of use cases for MatchX. Now they're building smart cities, they're into pollution control, smart parking, logistics, agriculture. I mean, it's all out there, okay? You can track your livestock, you can do whatever, but none of that matters to us who are buying the miners. What we want is to mine and find out what it can do. The fun thing about the MatchX M2 Pro miner, and the reason it actually sets itself apart from all the other IoT miners and actually boasts about being the king, is it doesn't mine one single cryptocurrency. It actually mines about 4 of them, or it's expected to mine about 4. So the first time you get your MatchX miner, you can only mine MXC on it. Now you can choose to stake your MXC to actually get increased earnings. I haven't tested that out yet, but I will be doing videos showing exactly how that works in the future. Now when you have enough MXC, you can actually mine another token called Data Highway Token, and that's DHX. And you mine that by locking up some MXC and bonding it. It's a whole process. There's a tutorial in the app. I haven't started mining DHX yet. I'm still trying to stockpile some MXC first. And then there are a couple other things that we need to consider, which, as I mentioned at the start of the video, are what people consider the issues with the MatchX project. But the real kicker is that they have actually been working on being able to mine Bitcoin on these devices. And I kid you not, these devices use only about 10 to 15 watts of your electricity, so mining Bitcoin on it is a huge deal. They've been doing a couple test phases, and they've run these test phases with some select miners and some of the more popular YouTubers out there. These guys have all reported back earnings of about, say, $50 to, I would say, $65 in the test periods. And the good news is now MatchX is actually ready to roll that out to every single person who owns an M2 miner. So pretty much, if you own one M2 miner, you should soon, in the coming months, be able to mine Bitcoin on it. And so that's something I'm super excited about. And they also have plans to bring in Polkadot at some point down the line. Still, you know, right now the focus is on Bitcoin. Not much conversations are going on about Polkadot, but that's another thing to be excited about. So when you think about the price point and you think about the fact that you're spending 2,499 euros on this thing, you have to put it in perspective. You have to decide if this is worth it for you. If it isn't, and if it seems too expensive, you can always go get yourself a cheaper Helium miner. And if you don't know about Helium, I have videos that I will be linking at the top of the screen. Definitely check them out after this video, because honestly, there's a lot of money to be made. Even with the halving, even with the reduced rewards, I still think these projects are actually very profitable and still worth it. But we'll be talking about that in subsequent videos, and in case that's something that you're interested in. As of today, you can get MXC for pennies on the dollar. And if we look at DHX token, which was the other one I mentioned, that's about $10 right now. And so, I mean, these are still very reachable projects. And honestly, I would be super excited if MXC were to pump the way Helium has been pumping in the past couple of months. Now, the way these miners work, you make between $10 to $14 a day on MXC alone, and that doesn't count for any of the other tokens that you are mining. So if you are mining Data Highway token, that's DHX, that's additional money that you'll be getting on top of your $10 to $14 each day. When I first found out about this project, the news about it at the time was you could have multiple miners, unlike Helium, so you could have multiple miners side by side and they wouldn't affect your rewards at all. So you definitely do not need the 300 meter requirements that Helium miners need. And the fact that you could have multiple of them and they were just, they weren't worried about, you know, how high you kept it, or, you know, all the stuff that Helium miners are going through right now. That was actually the reason I got interested in the MatchX project, because I was like, you know, I could easily put this anywhere in my house. I don't live in a place where I'm at liberty to mount an antenna on my rooftop, or mount this miner, or, you know, somewhere on a pole anywhere. And so I have to get permissions for stuff like that. And so the MatchX project seemed like a great idea for me at the time. And so after I pondered over the pricing and everything, I was like, you know what, screw it, let's do it. And so I made my payment. And I think it was like a week and a half after that, they now made an announcement that they were changing the way things worked. And so the new changes that came in, first of all, I think you have to keep at least 50 meters between your miners, otherwise your earnings get affected. They are looking into things like orientation and the elevation as well, and so it does start to seem a bit more like the Helium miners, especially when you think about the cost. And so that's another thing that you want to think about. In future, earnings are going to be affected by the way you keep your miner. And so if it's something that's not super convenient, then yeah, you might have issues. And they also have something called miner health, which is supposed to replace the need for halving. So the way MatchX works is you have the choice and you decide when you want to halve your earnings. Any withdrawal of MXC from your miner affects your miner health, and it never gets back up to 100% because the miner keeps mining even though you've taken it out. And so this now brings the need for a strategy when you are withdrawing. You have to decide when you feel you've made enough and if you're willing to take that cut in your earnings. Now, this is very annoying for people who found out about this project before the announcement. There were a lot of people canceling their orders because, I mean, at that point it starts to look like it's not worth it. I also actually sent out an email trying to cancel my order, and then I think about 15 minutes later or so, I was just up in bed and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, I want this. I've been bit by the mining bug and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's like having a money printing machine in your office or in your house, somewhere, you know, whatever. It just works, okay? And if you like free money, do you like free money? If you like free money, I think it's worth it. Either way, at the rate it's going, if MXC stays at this price, you'd be getting back your investment in just about a year. And after that, it's all profit. You get to decide if you want to make that withdrawal at that time. You'll take the hit, and then you gradually build your way up to 99.9% miner health, which honestly is not the worst thing in the world. And at the end of the day, it is like still getting free money. So I mean, I have the Helium miner, I have the MatchX miner, I have my mini Doge miner, which we'll be talking about in subsequent videos, and that one mines both Doge and Litecoin. I actually love the little guy, but then there are new miners that are coming out, and I'm trying to decide what I want to get into next. MatchX has actually improved with their communication, so you can always reach out to the team. You can check them out on Medium. They put out regular articles where they talk about all the updates, the announcements, everything that you need to know. And you can follow them on Discord, which is a great place to actually meet a lot of different people and find out what everybody else is experiencing. And I'll also be posting my own updates both on Twitter and on Instagram. So if you haven't given us a follow, definitely do that now. And we'll really appreciate that. It really helps grow the channel. I want to say a big thank you to all of you who've still been watching, even though I hadn't posted in a bit. I had to take some time off, and I'm back now like I never left. So stay tuned, guys. I have a lot of content lined up and a lot of different things we can use to grow our portfolios. And if you're interested in that kind of content, you definitely know what to do, right? Like, do I need to ask you? Smash that like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And when you do, make sure you don't forget that little bell notification so you get notified whenever I drop a video, okay? I'll do my best to stay consistent, keep value content coming your way. But then, yeah, just help me out. Drop a comment. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you own a MatchX, if you're interested, or what your thoughts are. And if you do share it with your friends, that will be highly appreciated. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.